Peace fam, it's the Pressure Cooker and I'm back with another video. I really wanted to do an initial response video to the Kollaidloco interview on Beef and 313's channel, but I wasn't able to get it done in time. So this is going to be in here. I'm also going to talk about tin hat theories, okay, all the theories that people are coming up with about this Tracy Robb situation. And I'm also going to try to squeeze in how I feel like people in the beef sector could be double-minded at times. So let's get into this interview, okay? Now, first of all, the first thing I want to say is that even though Troy scored a pretty big interview, and I'm happy for him on that end, I was a little disappointed that he didn't take enough steps to protect the person he was interviewing. What do I mean by that? So this person, Kollaidloco, clearly have no idea what they've gotten themselves into. You don't know what the beef sector is made of. You don't know that they come for all types of stuff around here. Jobs, limbs, just everything, okay? And I just feel like, based on what I was hearing Troy say in the interview, I don't feel like he properly prepared this person for that. That's not to say he couldn't have done the interview. I just think that his name should have been, even his screen name. You don't have to tell people what his channel was unless he wanted to. You got to do an informed consent. He could have, there's just a lot of details about his job that I just felt could have been omitted or avoided to protect the person, because you know how people get down in the sector, Troy. So I just think in the future, even though you scored a pretty big interview, and in some ways it was enjoyable to watch, I just think consider that in the future if it's somebody outside of the sector. So continue with the safety issues. I saw somebody super chat asking if it's the Red Roof Inn on Watts Avenue. Just questions like that, they shouldn't be it should be prohibited, because you're just trying to get too much information. Why do you need to know that information? Why is that important? It was just kind of crazy. So basically, this guy works at Red Roof, and he said that he went into the story that he got multiple calls from people, and people were alleging, that Rob Rack had the gun and he was doing XYZ, and that ultimately led to him notifying the police. Now, this guy Kollaidloco did his job. That is his job. Okay, so he reported to the police, and that led to the series of events that we are now. That's happening right now, where Rob is in jail. And I just want to unpack stuff I saw in the chat and in the interview. So first of all, I kind of felt like Kollaidloco let out some tea that gave us like a different point of view about what happened. Some of the things were pretty obvious and kind of fell in line with what we had known, but some of it was like, he was saying that might not have been his car. I don't know if that's accurate, but just different pieces stood out to me. Now, I felt like it was very hard to watch the chat. This is where I started to see some of the double-mindedness surface, okay? Now, you had people in the chat calling him a snitch. So one day we're talking about how concerned we are about Tracy and her well-being and her safety. And now we're calling people snitches. And I have a theory. I suspect this guy is probably Hispanic, okay, or Latino. That's my suspicion. And I don't care what nobody say. People in the beef sector are also racist towards people that are not black, period. Okay, so I feel like people heard his voice, and immediately wrote him off. Some people were calling him a liar, even though he had information that couldn't have otherwise been had. Some people, were calling him snitches, just stupid hood booger shit. Yeah, I called it hood booger shit, because it's like, it just irritates me. Sometimes, honestly, I just get embarrassed when I see the stuff that people write, because I'm like, are you kidding me? How old are you? This is crazy. So they're sitting up there calling him snitches and, trying to make it seem like, oh, he got a black man in jail, all this black man stuff. It's like, listen, this is the beef sector. Okay, y'all call and get people's jobs taken away. Y'all maliciously call CPS on people. Y'all do all kinds of stuff. So don't talk about black men this, black men that, black women this, because you don't care. Not everybody. Some people do care, but some of the same ones that be in the chat, rah-rah, and talking about some, oh yeah, innocent black man, just stupid shit. Just cut it out, because they're not innocent. Rob Rack decided to wave around, brandish a gun online. He threatened Tracy, even if she denies it, even if other people deny it. I heard him do it. He said all kinds of horrible things. He's in jail because his ass got himself in jail. If he wasn't doing any of those activities, the police would not have been called, and he would not have been carted off and been in a goddamn cage like we saw on Troy's channel later on. Okay, so stop it. Just stop. I just get so mad when I see stupid shit like that. So, people are making all kind of excuses, and I'm like, just yesterday, y'all was worried about Tracy. You were worried that she was going to get pow-powed, but now Rob is suddenly the victim. I don't understand the double-mindedness at all. So they're making excuses for him. Just stupid, ignorant shit. Like blood boiling stuff. Okay? It's giving. When like you hear about SA that happens to people, and then you have certain ignorant people come out and be like, well, what was she wearing? That's what these people remind me of. Ready to blame the victim, ready to do anything to avoid and abdicate, just take away responsibility from the actual person who did the stupid shit. Could you imagine what these people's lives are like? Like, it's just so crazy to me. So, it just feels like they're in this like fantasy, just this ghetto erotic fantasy of like, oh yeah, like Rob and Tracy forever. Even though this man probably would have broke his foot off in her ass, probably would have pow-powed her, it's just all of the concerns that I had before, none of them have changed because this man is in jail. I don't feel bad for people like him. I don't. Do I wish for people to go to jail? Nah. But when you end up in jail under violent circumstances like this, I don't feel bad for you. Okay? Moving right along. So, after I seen the double-mindedness, it was just annoying. So I was like, this is crazy. Okay. And then we got into the tin hat theories. Okay. And I saw some of that today as well. So we have people talking about, oh, Tracy planned this and Tracy set this up. And then some people are like, Rob planned this. And I don't even have the energy to unpack why I think it's a bunch of foolishness. Like, first of all, this is no disrespect to Tracy, but y'all giving her too much goddamn credit, okay? This is somebody who, after everything's been said and done, they're still considering being friends with this person. I don't think Tracy planned this. I don't think she planned, for any of this to happen. And even if she's involved in calling the police, once again, maybe she had a moment of clarity and realized, oh my gosh, I could be, urdered, as she says, okay? I could be urdered around here to the Red Roof Inn, okay? And she probably had a moment of clarity, and even if she reached out to somebody and called the police or had them call, F you if you think that's wrong, okay? Or that's a setup. Once again, these are probably the same people who would ask, well, what was she wearing when somebody gets SA'd, okay? Just degenerates, and I said it. And I don't care who want to get mad. I really don't, because the stuff that people defend on here is just absolutely deplorable. Like, it's just like, I would never want to meet you in real life. Like, I wouldn't, like, this is crazy. So anyway, tin hat theories, just stuff out of this world, it's just, it's so exhausting. It's so exhausting. And then I was in Troy. I caught the tail end of Troy Allen's life today, where he allegedly got a call from Rob and all this stuff. And, it was a big to-do. Okay, but you know what? Hey, he had 2,000 people in the chat. He did have a conversation with Rob, all the people that was hating. And then you had Dustavius up there making excuses for Rob. You had people in the comments, once again, with double-mindedness, just making up excuses, talking about black man this and black man that. And I honestly, this is the kind of stuff that makes me embarrassed when I see certain things. That's like, yo, why do I continue to make commentary, about some of this stuff? Because it's like, yo, there's people that really think like this. There's really people who make excuses for people who do horrible, horrific things to other people. Tracy could have died, okay? I don't care what Tracy thinks. I don't care what MU and, all the other people. I don't even care what you think. The way I see it, it was a very scary situation. And no amount of jokes, no amount of tin hat theories, no amount of fake black power stuff is going to take that away. Serious, real shit, okay? And it's embarrassing to see people making excuses and talking about snitching and, just saying a whole bunch of foolishness. Like, I'm exhausted. Are you exhausted? If you're at this point in the video, put a little sparkle emoji so I know you're still around. And let me know how you feel. Are you taken aback by this? Are you frustrated also by the double-mindedness? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a real survivor of a whole bunch of shit. So when I see ignorant ass people in the comments, I just don't have the patience. I also work with a bunch of people who are survivors. And so when I see people writing certain things, I don't have the patience for you. And really, I just be like, I just be wanting to cuss people out. So anyway, my rant is over, okay? I'll see you on the next video.